Brief History of Townsville, 1901 to 1969. The traditional custodians of the land are the Wookarookaba and Bindle people, who have lived here for many generations. On the 16th of September 1901, the Australian flag was unveiled and proclaimed for the first time at a ceremony at the Town Hall in Townsville. The ceremony was conducted by the first Governor-General of Australia, the Earl of Hopetoun. The railway to Ayr was opened in 1901. 1902 is when Townsville was proclaimed a city under the new Local Authorities Act. When Cyclone Leonta struck Townsville on the 9th of March 1903, 8 people lost their lives. The grammar school was destroyed, St James Cathedral was damaged, the hospital collapsed, and many other buildings were damaged. The first Eisteddfod was held in 1903 on Easter Saturday. During 1904, gas lamps were installed along Flinders Street. Gleason's Weir was built on Ross River in 1908, the first of 3 weirs built on Ross River in 1908 to supplement the supply of fresh water to the community. In 1910, moving picture theatres came into vogue, and Townsville people had the choice of 2 venues, Mr Coyle's Royal and Birch Carroll's Olympia. Within 2 years, the operations had merged. The Institute of Tropical Medicine was established in Townsville in 1910. It was the predecessor to the current Australian Institute of Tropical Health and Medicine based at James Cook University. In 1911, more than 100 lives were lost when the ship Yongala disappeared during a storm and sank. The ship was found in 1958 on the seafloor off Bowling Green Bay. It is now a popular diving spot. The Townsville Bulletin office was destroyed by fire in 1912, destroying many of the newspaper's records. Horse-drawn buses, which had operated in the city since 1880s, were gradually replaced by motorised buses. 1913 was the year a wireless telegraph station was established in Victoria Park. A 160-foot high timber mast was erected to support the aerial. The first aeroplane to fly over Townsville airspace, piloted by A. Jones, landed on the Cluden Racecourse on the 25th of August. The Great Northern Railway Station opened in Flinders Street. In 1914, World War I commenced, and the Townsville-based Kennedy Regiment was sent to Thursday Island to protect the island from attack by German forces in the Pacific. Townsville was once home to a number of open-air picture theatres. There was the Strand Theatre in Flinders Street, which opened in 1914, and also the City Pictures, an open-air theatre designed by Lynch and Hunt architects and built in approximately 1917. In later years, the Olympia at the corner of Sturt and Stoke Streets was also established. World War I ended in 1918, and parades were held to celebrate the declaration of peace. In 1919, an industrial dispute involving employees at the meatworks turned violent, leading to 2 arrests. A large crowd marched to the Watch House, the current site of the Perfumed Gardens, to protest their arrest, and shots are reputed to have been fired. In 1922, a large crowd of people gathered in Flinders Street to watch the illumination of Townsville's first electric streetlight. The first Townsville house to be connected to electricity was at 123 Mitchell Street North Ward in 1925. The Hubert's Well Power Station became operational in 1922 and was situated on a 9-acre site bordered by Ross River Road, West Street, Rogers Street and Wareham Street in Aikenvale. In 1924, the railway from Brisbane to Cairns opened. A second railway bridge was built near Lowes Road Bridge in Stanley Street, and a railway goods yard was established in South Townsville. The first flying boat to land in Townsville berthed in Ross Creek in 1925, and in the same year, extensions were carried out on the Townsville Harbour. The Central Fire Station was opened on the corner of Stokes and Walker Streets. In 1925, large deposits of copper, lead and zinc were discovered in the vicinity of Mount Isa. By 1929, bulk ore from Mount Isa was being exported from Townsville. In 1925, Townsville's Winter Garden Theatre was officially opened by the then Mayor of the city, Alderman W.J. Heatley. It was located in Strait, next to the current Townsville Police Station, and at the time the largest theatre in North Queensland. The opening night performance was a production of Shakespeare's Henry VIII. It has sadly since been demolished. Shell and Vacuum Oil Companies competed for leases for bulk petroleum storage from 1928 through to 1929. Applin's Weir was built in 1928. In 1929, construction commenced on the Mount Spec Road. The work included the construction of an arch bridge over Little Crystal Creek. Throughout 1935, water restrictions were very severe, and it was only with considerable difficulty that sufficient water was supplied for Townsville's use. By 1936, Townsville's population reached 30,000 people. On the 28th of February 1937, Castle Hill Road was completed and opened. Townsville's first airport opened in 1939 with gravel runways, and the Garbett Airfield was commissioned to become a Royal Australian Air Force base. Between 1942 and 1945, Townsville played an important part in the war in the Pacific. Townsville became a major military base, accommodating up to 90,000 Australian, American and other Allied service personnel. The city was bombed on 3 occasions by the Japanese and was used as a major offensive launching base during the Battle of the Coral Sea. Crowds flocked to Flinders Street when peace was announced on the 15th of August 1945. World War II Victory Day celebrations were held on the 10th of June 1946. Childcare services began in Townsville in 1947, when the Townsville Municipal Day Nursery was established in the city buildings. In 1948, the Foley Shield competition commenced. The Shield is North Queensland Rugby League's premier competition. Tobruk Memorial Pool opened on the 14th of October 1950, and the new Townsville General Hospital opened in North Ward on the 21st of April in 1951. As part of a royal tour, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip visited the city in 1954. The first magnetic island to Townsville swim was staged in this year. A huge success, it has become an annual event. In 1956, Townsville's Tobruk Memorial Pool was used as a training venue for the Australian swimming squad for the Melbourne Olympic Games. Training camps prior to the Cardiff Commonwealth Games in 1958 and the Rome Olympic Games in 1960 were also held at the pool. The first bulk sugar terminal was constructed at the Townsville port in 1959, and Premier Frank Nicklin opened the new copper refinery at Stewart. The University College of Townsville was opened in February 1961 with 105 students. It became known as James Cook University officially on the 20th of April 1970. The bulk sugar terminal at the port was severely damaged by fire in May 1963, at the time Australia's biggest structural fire. The town was covered by foul-smelling smoke and fumes, and the river and creeks in the town became discoloured and full of dead fish. In 1964, Colonel Sir Henry Abel Smith, Governor of Queensland, officially opened the Gleason Barracks at Kissing Point. He also unveiled the Centenary Memorial Plaque. In 2014, Gleason Barracks was opened as a community facility. The CSIRO Davies Laboratory was established on University Road on the 27th of July 1965. Lavery Barracks was established with the Australian 3rd Task Force, transferred to Townsville in 1967. Discover the rich history of Townsville and the surrounding region in the local collection room at our Flinders Street Library, or online at www.townsville.qld.gov.au.